Um, does somebody want to run Carly for today, since she's not going to be here?
I mean, I can run her mechanically.
Yeah, I mean, just like, not for RP stuff. She'll just
Yeah.
be hanging out in the background. But like in combat. Okay, so you, I think, actually already have owner permissions on her token. So, when we left off last week, you guys were freezing cold. Several of you had a level of exhaustion from trying to make your way up to the city of Krezk whilst unprepared for this weather that is not at all what you were expecting when you came out of the tome. You were rebuffed at the gate of Krezk, but then another person came to speak to you at the top of the gate tower.
Mm-hmm.
If you all remember, that was this guy. View artwork, show players. So he is now standing in the top window, looking down on you. And the last thing he said before we ended last time was, "Well, hunting the devil, are we?"
That's right, Twilight.
Yeah.
He takes his fabulous hair back over one ear and says, "Well, I do sparkle."
See, we were down in Fandelver, and there was this guy. He was looking for a fiddle, and he made a bet against somebody, and he lost. So we're hunting him down.
I see.
Not your devil.
Was it a golden fiddle by chance?
You heard that story too?
Is that what you say to him?
Yeah.
With our luck, though, they'd be like, "Give me this whole fiddle, so you're hunting me."
roll me a deception check.
So it's a straight roll because I have advantage for my ruin, but because I'm exhausted.
Very
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
He laughs and he says, "Well, at least we haven't lost our sense of humor." And then he's going to step off the ledge of the window towards you. And he's just going to float very slowly down to the ground in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll say, "You look absolutely disheveled and freezing. Please, we might be enemies, but there's no reason we have to be uncivilized. Please, come with me." And he's going to turn around and open the small, not like the main gate, just like a small, like armored door that goes into the tower, the guard tower.
I think I'm okay. I'm not that cold. Take a range check. Take a range check.
He does not even look over his shoulder. He just walks into the door and leaves the door open.
We should not go.
Why?
Because it's clearly a trap.
No.
And I don't feel like fighting a whole town.
But it's a warm trap.
I'm sorry. I'm going. I'm cold.
If we want to walk away and we find an unguarded section of the wall, I can probably get us over if we don't want to follow him but need to get warm. But then we are still in the town where he's there, so that may not help. But
yeah, I think we can just go set a fire somewhere, honestly.
I mean, maybe has disagreement with Strahd, and that's why he's here and not with him.
Zuri.
Do
you believe that, Zuri? Lucian, you too? You believe that? You think we're safe in there?
Well, it's better than being out here.
Not really.
Says you. I'm pretty comfortable out here, actually. I'm used to being in the cold in the caves.
Yeah.
Well, that's you. I'm not. Okay.
Well, then
And
suck
there's
it
one
up,
thing there,
Buttercup.
and you never know anything. It could be ignite. Might not be a trap. You do not know this.
So Lucian chooses death.
I'd rather
Mm.
find out what will happen if not. He might give us a clue. We might find clues in here. If we don't find warmth,
I mean, they
we're
have
gonna
a
breathe
point. We
some
might
more.
not die right away.
Mm.
And we can always escape.
Can we?
I think we could try. I can move pretty fast.
I mean, I don't know about always being able to escape, but we can certainly try.
Yep. I don't know. What do you guys think?
He's gonna come back to the door and kind of like look outside and be like, "So, are you guys coming, or are we gonna
I
talk,
walk
or are
forward.
you just leaving?"
I'm going towards the door.
I'm gonna insight check that he just wants to talk.
Roll me an insight check.
Ooh.
Good old 10.
It didn't come through on my end, which is odd. With a 10, though. Oh, there it is. With a 10, yeah, he seems to be totally honest.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading toward the gate too. I'm like, I don't know. It's probably one way or the other. We're gonna have to probably take care of this anyway. So
The wind starts picking up, and the biting cold is just ripping right through your light cloaks, and it's chilly out here.
my pectorials.
Yeah, I'll
Fine.
start walking. I'll start walking that way too. Not much we can do.
Begrudgingly, I pout and walk, but no one can see me because I'm stealth.
At least we don't
All
have
right.
to carry a fake smile like back in Valkaden.
Oh.
When you walk into the door, you can tell immediately that you are not in a guard tower.
Oh, shoot.
As the last of you comes in, the door shuts behind you. And you find yourself in a really, really nice foyer. Like, it's well lit, it's warm, there's a nice grand staircase in front of you. This is very clearly not the dingy, though sturdy, guard tower that you were expecting to enter. The fancy man is waiting in another doorway, and he says, "Please, this way." You follow?
Yeah, might as well at this
Yep.
point.
Before we go, can I?
Mm.
I want to look at the door that we just walked through.
Yep.
Does it look like it's got like a latch? Or, like, can I just like put a piece of paper in the door hinge to like keep it from locking, or how does this thing lock?
Mm.
1 second. Okay. So when you turn around to look at the door is gone. It is just a wall.
Mm.
You just hear a low, and we're dead. And I'll keep walking with the group.
Yep.
Okay.
This isn't good.
You
This is bad.
you pass through what looks like a sitting room, and again, everything is nice, but kind of it's just sort of got a melancholy tone to it. Like it's warm, it's lit, it's just not very not a very good vibe, I guess. It doesn't pass the vibe check.
Yeah,
Um,
could have told you that one.
and in this little sitting room, you can see an easel and paints set up, and a half-finished portrait of the man that you've been talking to, but he looks a little bit different in the portrait.
All right, guys, everybody, look, if anyone asks, say he's a really good artist, because the last time someone put down someone's art, there's some really bad things that happen.
And when you go through the following door,
Jesus.
you find
We're all
yourselves
gonna die.
here. as we wait for the scene to activate. I said, as we wait for the scene to activate.
I mean, it's on mine.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna ask him. Is he there?
Yep, he is. Oh, you know what? I don't think I put the lighting correctly on this scene. Hold on. Yeah. He is at the head of this table. The table has food, and almost imperceptibly, you see a spooky, ghostly figure approaching from your right side, holding a glass. And it hands the glass out. Let's see who's all the way to the right. It hands the glass out to Zuri.
Okay.
Oh, God. Is he the butler from Mr. Deeds?
He might be.
Very, very sneaky, sir.
I mean, being cold, tired, and exhausted, Zuri's not thinking straight, so he's just going to take it regardless.
Okay. You take the glass, and the almost invisible figure. Are you the almost invisible figure? He or they hold up a pitcher. One is clearly red wine, and one is clearly white wine. It doesn't say anything to you; it just holds them up.
Does it look like there is fish or meat on the table?
There appears to be both.
Oh, man, that's a tough
Oh,
call. That's a
Tough
tough
call
call.
there, Fancy.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Come on, Royal.
I'm gonna go up to next to him
Oh boy.
Okay.
because I am not scared.
I will take the white, please. Preferably chilled. No ice cube. Just nice, cool white wine.
It pours the white wine into your glass.
Immediately
And it
walk away
goes-
from Surrey.
It goes down the line, offering a glass and wine to each of you, except for Lucian.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm going straight to him. Says, do you have any something that's other than? Because I'm so far away, they won't hear this. Other than wine.
A sly smile kind of crosses his lips, and another ghostly figure comes up to you, holding a glass that's already full of a clear liquid.
I want to awkwardly drag a chair to the other head of the table.
I take it.
Zuri's got to test and see how chilled this wine is, so he's going to take a sip of it.
It is perfectly chilled.
There we go.
Roll a Constitution save.
No, not yet.
Almost as good as the Wizard of Wines. Not that bad.
Does anyone not take any wine?
I do not.
I do not.
Razzle.
I'd ask
Razzle.
for some water.
I don't think Carly
Yeah.
would either.
Yeah, no.
Rizzo, Borden, and Carly do not. Polly, are you taking wine or no?
I'll take it, but I won't drink it. I'll just take it as I have a glass and then just keep it.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll do
Okay.
that too. Just take it, just not drink it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
he's now
sorry.
lounging in the chair at the head of the table, and he gestures to everyone and says, "Please sit wherever you feel comfortable."
Are we gonna be paying, or is more of the, I would say, your, I don't want to say like other wives of Strahd showing up here today?
Oh, I hope not.
Why, you do not like them?
Like they don't like me.
Is it because you have a penis?
Wow, going right for that, huh?
Oh, no punches, buddy.
He'll smile at Zuri and be like, "You are awfully direct. I like that." He'll say,
Trust
no.
me, Zuri likes you too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just assuming.
No,
we
he's-
can work out the details later if you want, so.
It has nothing to do with my equipment, as it were. So,
Has he told us his name yet?
Is it because you
No one's
haven't
asked his name.
Strahd?
Oh, we haven't asked his name.
For some reason, all right. I didn't know if he introduced himself when he was on the gate.
he did not. Lucian, what did you say?
Well, I asked them since I'm assuming the other two failed Strahd. I'm assuming they hate you because you have not failed Strahd. Am I assuming that correct too?
You're half right. My dear sister Valenta, she has certainly tasted the sting of the master's whip after the fiasco at the winery. Although that little problem seems to have solved itself.
May I ask why, and while asking your name at the same time?
A curious line of questioning, but my name is Escher, and I welcome you all to my little getaway. The winery is still there, but the Mardikovs have found themselves somewhat lessened in their stature as citizens lately.
Has something happened to our dear our people that we've done that we know?
He'll look over at you and say, well, they seem to have done it to themselves, poisoning all those people, both in Krezk and in Valaki. Just tragic, tragic stuff.
Poison them how?
Well, they brought wine into the villages, and people drank the wine and suddenly became most ill. In fact, it killed several people.
Zuri, how oblivious are you to the world?
I don't know. Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. But is that what the fight between the two brothers is about?
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you see, we were
Zuri.
told. Yes.
Stop.
You'll underneath the table where Polly's hands are, just ice is starting to form on her hands as he talks about the Markovs and what he's done. She'll just she's still got her hood up, she's still got her mask kind of over her face, but she'll just feel not very happy to be there and not trying not to draw attention to herself, but it's the ice is creeping up her arms a little bit.
Okay. Is anyone eating the food or not eating the food?
Not eating.
I'm just drinking the blood.
Red wine.
It is not blood. It is cerebral spinal fluid, and it tastes extremely fresh.
Oh, wonderful.
Ooh. I'll just like pushing like the food around on the plate, like it looks like you're eating. You know, when you're a kid, you're like trying to like move your peas around. That's what I'm gonna try.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well,
Zuri?
No, Zuri's definitely eating it. He's got to make sure it pairs correctly with the wine and the food.
It does. In fact, this is the best meal you've had since you've gotten to Barovia.
Finally, somebody with some class and knows how to make a meal instead of this shrubbery that's out in the wild.
Well, I do my best.
That's all fine and dandy, but I'm curious to why you've allowed us in here to talk and what to talk about.
Well, I suppose we should get down to, what is that expression? Brass tacks?
I've never heard that one. I know down to business.
Sure, whatever.
I don't know what's brass tacks this guy here.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah, I'm DTB.
Also, just a quick side note out of game for you guys. I met a guy from Bavaria, and I cannot now say that correctly without really concentrating. I kept asking him where in Barovia he was from, and he was confused. Anyhow, moving on.
That's
Where
awesome.
Awesome.
Barovia are you from? I'm
You
from
survived
Bavaria.
Barovia? Is it as bad as it sounds over there?
I felt so bad because he was clearly like had no idea why I was getting it wrong. Just anyway.
Oh man, that's awesome.
He was just like, oh god, some stupid idiot.
Some stupid
Americans.
Americans can't pronounce things.
Damn American.
So he'll kind
no.
of look across the table at everyone and say, I'm afraid I can't allow you into Krezk. Not yet. You're far too disruptive.
I mean, are we
Understandable.
already in Krezk?
You're outside of Krezk. And well,
Right.
right now you're in a little extra dimensional space of my own design.
Yeah,
But,
notice that when the door kind of disappeared on us.
oh yeah, that does happen when it closes. Don't worry.
Are we prisoners?
Of course not.
Then we can.
I just wanted to have a nice conversation, and then hopefully you go your way and I go mine.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, you say we're not ready for Krezk. Why? Why, and what do we need to do?
Oh, I'd prefer it if you never came back to Krezk. I'm doing some work here to hopefully regain the master's favor. And he'll look at Carly and say, ever since you've arrived, it seems he's a bit single-minded.
So you're
God.
jealous of Curly, huh? That's kind
Damn.
Oh,
If only Carly were here.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, is it because of her equipment, or?
Will you leave
He'll
people's
laugh.
equipment out of the conversation?
God
Well-
fucking damn it, Zuri. I hate you so much right now. Let me quickly look up. What is this going to cost me to do? Hang on.
Oh,
He'll laugh again and say, oh, the master cares little for what equipment one has.
Question: What is blah, blah, blah. What Zuri's eating with? Is it silverware
Yes,
made out of some type of metal? I would assume.
it is made out of silver.
Ooh.
Or actually, no, it is not made of silver.
I was gonna say.
I was gonna
One
say that's
moment.
Yeah, that seems.
That burning his hands when he tries to eat?
Actually, there's
Yes.
a thing for this. It is electrum.
Point is, it's still metal. Zuri.
It is still metal. Are you about to heat metal?
oh,
Yes.
100%, right?
100%.
No.
The trend.
Good call.
Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna heat metal Zuri's belt buckle.
Oh no,
That's even-
Zuri, your equipment.
Oh god. Yeah, manufacturing such a metal weapon or suit, medium armor. Yeah. I'd assume a belt buckle was a manufactured piece of metal.
Is it something you had to see?
No.
Usually cleric spells are have to see.
It's just choose one. Oh yeah, I can see within range. I can look under the table and see your belt buckle. I will find a way to see your belt buckle.
All right. So
Oh, it is a bit of a waste of a level 2 spell.
Are you casting it?
No, because it's a level 2 spell. I'm so limited in the spells.
And obviously, they're
Oh.
fancy people. If you do it on the silverware, I could just grab another set.
Zuri casually drops his fork on the floor, and then the ghostly figure immediately brings him a new one.
Oh, my tartar fork has dropped.
Just
So
because you
Escher,
called it a Tatar fork, I really want to heat metal right now.
Escher, looking over the group again, says, "Look, I am your enemy, as it were, but the less we can interact, the better. You all are disruptive to everyone's plans. I'd rather not kill you. It's just like, let's just let this be, shall we?"
So what are your plans then?
Are you like killing the entire town, turning everyone
Like-
into vampires?
If I did that, I'd have nothing to eat now, would I? And he's going to hold his glass out while another ghostly figure fills it with a red liquid.
I hold out mine.
Oh, eat the entire
Appearing
town.
right over your shoulder is somebody pouring you some freshly squeezed cerebral spinal fluid.
Spinal fluid. Right then, Escher, was it?
Indeed.
You want us to leave you alone, correct?
That would be ideal, yes.
Then how about we have a deal here? We leave you alone.
I
Well,
love
you tell
deals.
us. We will leave you alone, but you must tell us what the others are planning, or at
Hmm.
least what you know that they are planning. That way, we can
Well-
be busy disrupting them, while you can work in peace to earn the master's favor.
The little man over there has a point. The enemy of our enemy is our friend, right?
I wouldn't say that we're ever going to be friends, but we
just-
don't have to be in direct conflict with each other.
It is just a turn of phrase, my good man. It doesn't mean it's not always 100% literal.
He'll get a little bit more serious than he has been. And he'll say to the group, just in general, how much do you know about vampires in general?
I know a lot.
I know everything, but I think my friends here don't know. So can you refresh them?
Mm-hmm.
Make a deception check.
What do I know about vampires, DM?
I'm a rogue. I can't lie.
He'll casually wink at Raizo and say, "Of course." And then he'll get serious again. And 1 second.
I've decided my contribution to the party will be the shrewd businessman from now on,
Well.
since I will no longer be healing Zero.
He's gonna say, "The master made me what I am some time ago, and as a vampire spawn, I can literally not defy him. So I am trying to circumvent the situation here."
Understandable. What do you have in mind?
The less you tell me, the less I can tell him. If he asks me a direct question, I will be compelled to answer in its entirety. What I would suggest is you leave Krezk, return to Valaki or wherever, and
We're just there, but okay.
and pursue other interests than disturbing me and my work here. If what I do is successful, perhaps the master will even allow you to leave this place.
That
All-
sounds lovely.
All of us?
He'll look directly at Carly. All of you.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Boom! Cast daylight on him. No, just kidding.
17 insight check.
Go watch Kokomo.
Okay, yeah, you
Learn this.
think he is being 100% honest with you.
Even Carly gets to leave.
I would like her gone more than any of you.
Understandable. Get your
You must
competition out of the way.
You must understand when, and he'll catch himself as he starts to say that and not say his name and say, the master, when he loses interest in one of us, he doesn't just let us go. We become starving, mad spawn in the depths of Castle Ravenloft. You think that's a fate I want for myself?
I would imagine no one wants that fate.
Do you know what a vampire spawn looks like when it hasn't eaten in a year?
Do we know?
Actually, you do.
We do.
I'm pretty
there's
sure we
one
do.
under the church in Barovia.
Well, I don't wish that for myself, and I can already feel the master's attentions waning from me. And he's going to kind of look into his glass, swirling it around, and he grips it so hard it shatters in his hand.
Here we go.
And he says, I am an artist, not a monster.
Yeah, we saw your painting. It was actually quite nice.
Well, thank you.
I do that little head nod thing.
So, if we've no more to discuss, and of course, if you've all eaten and had your fill of drink, I believe we're done here.
There is one thing I want to discuss.
Yes.
I mentioned just now there is a starving vampire spawn in the basement of a church in Barovia. Is there a way to undo what has been done?
He'll look at you and say, do you have a stake handy?
I meant without killing them, but I take that.
It would take some exceptionally powerful magics.
Though, compared to you, they did not seem like much, but I'm sure if you believe it takes exceptionally powerful, then it must take extremely exceptional powerful to have any effect on you.
I'm afraid things that would work outside of Barovia do not necessarily work inside of Barovia. You're far from the first adventurers to come in and try and save the day, as it were. Although I do get a kick out of when somebody casts that, remove curse? And, the looks on their faces when it does nothing is something special.
Good to know.
I hold out my glass again. I'm just trying to get my week's worth in here, okay, guys?
It is
Lucius,
immediately refilled.
Just fill up your wine skins, would you, or your water skins?
Yes, I can, baby girl.
No, that my wine skin's already filled with something else. I can't. My water skin, sorry, is filled up with something else.
Do you pee in your water skin? Is that what you do?
No, it's filled with. Oh, Jesus Christ, Borden.
Well, what do you put in there? You either put blood or that in there, yes?
No, it's really delicious wine. Like very, very delicious wine.
Oh, the wine that we stole. The wine that you stole. Yeah, from.
Oh, was I not here for that? I wasn't here for that.
No, yeah, you weren't here for that one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were
We
gone.
didn't steal any wine.
I rescind that remark. Borden would know fully well that you had stolen the wine.
I guess the only thing we need to I have to ask before we leave is what is the date? What date is it?
Yes.
He is gonna give you a date that is like 3 months after you think it should be. So
Insight check.
as far as you can tell, wait, hold on. As far as you can tell, he's being perfectly honest with you.
So 3 months, huh?
He's gonna say, to be honest, we thought you were all dead. You haven't turned up in some time.
Our business in those 3 months were our own. We had other things to take care of. I think we can leave you alone in Krezk. The only reason we came is to get some warmer clothes. So we won't enter your city. We've got our own devils to fight, as it were. Do you happen to have maybe warmer clothes, or can we procure warmer clothes and then we'll leave your city alone?
He'll look at across again and be like, I suppose you are a bit underdressed. I don't really notice the change in the weather anymore. Sure. I will speak to the guards, have them fetch you some warm winter cloaks, and that should be adequate for you.
We appreciate your hospitality.
As soon as we have those, we'll be out of your hair, and then Polly will just kind of stand up and push her chair in, and could you put the door back up? I do believe we're probably done here.
He will stand up and lead you back the way you came, kind of wave a hand, and the door will kind of shimmer into existence, and he opens it, and he says, oh, I guess he has to go out too because he has to get you the cloaks.
Before
he can hold his cool ending line for a minute.
Right.
You find yourselves back out in the cold outside of Krezk, and he, without stopping his gait, he will walk out the door, close it. The door turns back into the sort of door you would expect for a guard tower, and then just walk vertically up the side of the tower to where the guards are. And he will bark some orders at them. And you can tell, even from this distance, that they are not happy that they are having to listen to him. But when they return, he has a handful of cloaks that, when they hand them to him, let's see, I don't have my sheet. Who's got the best passive perception? Borden, yours is really high, right?
I was gonna say mine's 16.
Passive perception?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
no, mine's 13. My passive insight is really high.
That's what it was.
Because I have a 16 passive insight.
So, Polly, you would recognize when they hand him the cloaks, he kind of makes a face like he doesn't want to touch them. But he does take them, and he does come back down the wall and hand them to you and be like, I'm sorry I couldn't do better. And hands you these perfectly adequate but kind of dingy, nasty cloaks.
To be honest, I'm happy that we were simply
appreciate the cloaks. They'll certainly do, and then I'll just hand them out to everybody.
Take it.
And then turn to walk out the door.
Wait, are we back in the House of Horrors again?
Zuri. Or not Zuri. Borden, you have detect magic, yeah?
Do you want an honest answer?
No.
The answer is yes, I have detect magic. I don't have it prepared.
That's fine. We can do it later.
Okay.
I want to make sure there's no like tracking devices in these things.
Oh wait, it's a ritual.
Yeah, no, good call.
Never mind, I can do it. It's a ritual. It just takes 11 minutes.
We can do it when we set up camp later tonight.
All right.
DM Tom.
Road again.
Yes.
Quick mechanical question. For non-wizards, can you cast clerics and druids? Can you cast ritual spells if you don't have them prepared, or perform whatever? I guess.
I believe.
I am not sure.
Because isn't that the whole bonus of being a wizard? You don't have to have them prepared.
Yeah, I didn't think we could, but
I always understood it as you had to have it prepared, and it still takes the 10 minutes you want to cast it as a ritual. But I don't know if you want to run it differently. But
I'm gonna rule that you still have to have it prepared in order to cast it ritually. And I will look later, and if it turns out that I'm wrong, then we will do it differently in the future. But that's how we'll do it for now.
okay. See, and as we're walking down the way, see, I don't know what you guys were worried about. Us, fancy people like that are, more than willing to have people come in and share food with you. And I mean, as long as you're not like dirt poor with this one over here, like this Outlander, like Carly over here. We don't have a problem with sharing.
Zuri, you are by far the most idiotic noble I have ever met. And I have met several.
I think you said well spoken wrong.
Point and case.
Mm-hmm. Time for
Now, you understand that Strahd poisoned people and blamed the Mardikovs, correct? Were you aware that's what he was referring to?
I mean, he did say that the Mardikovs were the one who did it, so...
But we met the Mardikovs. Do they seem like the type of people that would do that?
You may have a point.
And we all know that Strahd is a tyrannical monster that rules these lands. Does he seem like the type of person that would blame someone else for something he did?
Look,
You do know Strahd is a bad guy, right?
Look,
Right.
In hindsight, look, it's been cold. I haven't been thinking right. Now that I had some food in my stomach and some good wine, I guess what you're saying kind of makes sense. So I guess, yeah, he's not as good as Escher made him sound.
Great. I'm glad it got through your skull. Now, where to next?
I believe we were trying to find the werewolves.
Yeah.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
yep.
We're supposed to be north of the lake, up here somewhere.
Northwest.
Question mark.
Like
we
a
kinda
father
have-
explaining to his child that not everybody is trustworthy, or explains to the noble that not all nobles are pure of heart.
Oh.
Yeah, Pack is northwest of Lake. Is what I have.
Okay. So
So yeah, so if we can throw on these cloaks, but I mean we're all still, some of us are all still pretty tired.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what time of day is it?
When you went into the dining area with him, it was, I believe, midday. So we'll say that like an hour has passed. So it's still, afternoon.
So we can get
Are
some
we-
travel in and head toward
Yeah.
where we think
Okay.
the wolves might be.
Are we thinking these cloaks are gonna do it for us? Like are they gonna help us from the cold here, or are we still gonna be pretty?
They're certainly going to help, but you're probably going to want some actual clothes like underneath your cloaks that are for the colder weather. But with the cloaks, you're not going to have to roll for exhaustion on your rest.
Okay.
I would say maybe we try to go to the next nearest town and maybe.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? There's not anything between here and.
yeah, we're kind of everything's gonna be days
Mhm.
trying to travel to. Maybe we can get to this cave and skin a couple werewolves.
Right, that'd be good. Anybody have any cotton?
Can't say that I do.
That's a shame. Any wool?
Yeah.
please?
Nope.
Yeah, I say let's get back out on the road and start working our way back towards the lake in the cold here.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's a road that leads up. I think we're gonna have to cut through the woods, like right here.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, I would. Can we at least follow the road to like here ish, and then follow along the lake?
Yeah.
Or if it's on like the north side, if we want to like follow the road all the way down and around and then cut here, like once we get closer to the tower.
Do we see any other like paths that lead like north that might take us to where we think we gotta go?
So if you want to head towards the lake, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to take you about a day's worth of travel just to get to the lake.
So just to get here, it'll be 4 days, or enough to get there, right?
Where are you picking? There we go. 1, 2. Yeah, so that's about a day's travel, and the day is about half done right now.
Yeah, I say we just come here and then just take the come up here.
Yep.
Okay.
Because at least we can keep like the lake to our one side, so hopefully we'll have a little bit of protection.
At what point did it start to get really cold?
Like in general, or like
Yeah.
overnight?
Come here,
Yeah.
Mark.
Once the sun, quote unquote, goes down, and once it gets dark, the temperature drops very quickly.
Favorite color pencils.
So we're thinking we're in late fall, early winter type of thing, or the equivalent of it.
You would definitely think early winter.
I mean, if we really need to, I can just read the book some more and we can disappear for another 3 months, wait out the winter.
Probably not a good idea.
But
I do like where your head's at, though.
I was gonna say that's might not actually be that bad of an idea.
we also got some more information. They believed us dead for the 3 months we were gone, meaning that at the very least, while we do this, they're not able to track.
Yeah.
They cannot track us.
That's true.
So at the very least, if we think we could be in trouble, it might be a way to get away and buy time. Admittedly, it won't give us any time to prepare, and if Strahd figures out what we have, he will probably kill us.
Not to mention 3 months with the tyrannical government that is Strahd. Free reign to do whatever he pleases.
Yeah.
I feel as if he has most free reign to do whatever he chooses, even when we are here. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, true, but he's got no one attempting to foil his plans, so there's no telling what he could go through.
But that's the thing, right? Let's say you were a tyrannical ruler and the people that constantly foil your plans just vanish. You don't know when they're going to pop up. They've already come back once. When will they do it again? Where will they do it?
Another thought is we were up in that tower that might have had some defenses, and there might have just been a book there, that tome laying there for a season, and no one was there because we had some protection. If we do it out somewhere in the woods, who's to say someone can't discover it and do something to us?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because when we disappeared in the book, you assume the book was just laying on the floor.
What if the book disappears with us?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't even know if we disappear.
Or if our bodies were just laying there.
Yeah.
Nah,
maybe let's do some more research into it without reading it.
Seems like a big
research. You say opens it up.
No, slap it.
That's like when someone's like, "Oh, what's this deck? I don't know." Draws 5 cards.
I mean, it only happened one time. All right.
I'm sorry, you did that?
Yeah, I did actually.
You're just like, "Oh, look at random item, draw 5 cards."
No,
only drew 1 card.
Our DM actually my Tuesday night game. Our DM introduced a deck of many things, and each player drew 3 cards.
Oof.
Well, see, my DM did that, except for that's because us, the players, begged him to let us draw 3 cards.
No,
but you kept drawing full.
I got a level up out of the deal. I got my own castle, and then I had the Avatar of Death chase me around.
Nice.
But as a ranger with an artificer, the artificer's like, "Here's my force cannon. Here's my horse," and I went, "Ha ha! Longstrider on the horse. I outrun the death. and I shoot it in the face until it dies.
There you go.
We cheesed it. I very much cheesed that fight.
Yeah. What did I get? I got alignment change, 3 levels, and another good thing. Like nothing. I never got anything bad. The last card I drew was like the ability to warp reality one time.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, the evil guy dies at the end.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what I did.
Now
He was beating our ass. And I was like, all right, use my card.
You guys are talking about this deck. Is this from a previous life, or is this?
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. I have a kind of weird question, DM.
Stories.
Yes.
If we were to like, because if we were to like build like something that looked like a sled, right? Like out of the, I don't know if there's any like pine trees or whatever around. If we were to build something that like looked like a sled, and then I wild shaped into something, could I pull us at a faster rate than us walking?
What?
What?
I'm going to say yes,
It
but
looked-
you would
it's
then
like
have to
cute
roll
colors.
for exhaustion.
They're all cute. I love them.
Okay.
They're cute. They're cute.
I would.
Okay.
As I
Yeah.
was pulling.
Yeah, you would have to roll against exhaustion because, I mean, even if you turn into something big, like you're still trying to pull 5 people on a
Yeah, yeah.
sled by yourself.
Yeah, fair enough.
The more economical thing would probably be to buy some horses in town.
Yeah.
Never
yeah.
get into a town.
Yeah.
Yeah, get into town.
To be fair,
Okay.
if we get me enough metal, I can magically create a sled out of only metal.
Yeah, that would probably get real cold.
Look, man, I'm trying to use my
I know.
channel divinity stuff.
I
But
know.
it specifically says metal, and I'm like, damn, okay.
Where's a paladin when we need him?
Right.
Right.
No, we can't bring the paladin curse into Barovia.
It'd
Okay.
be Curse of the Paladin.
In my Out of the Abyss game, we have a paladin curse. Although Quinn is doing his best to break it. So
Yeah, I
Here's-
usually try to do the same, but
Yeah, he's already far shot at played at all the other paladins.
that's true.
What's the Paladin curse?
We got 2 games with
everyone
the
who was-
paladin.
Everyone who has played a paladin in my Out of the Abyss game has had to drop out.
Yeah. It's been 1 or 2 games and done. And this is like 5 or 6 of them.
you're not the only one actually. Like my Tuesday night game apparently had the same thing.
I mean, if you ever need a paladin, just let me know. I love playing paladins.
Yeah, me too.
I love
Paladins
running
are
up
probably
and
my favorite class. Yeah.
I love running up and being like, aha, I smite.
I mean, that is my
Anyhow,
backup
what are your
character
guys'
for this
doing?
one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm
Um,
sorry.
go- I guess go back to the lake and try to keep it
Babber.
to our east and try to go north.
Well, first of all, we would like to sleep,
Mm,
and
yeah.
then we would like to start traveling upwards.
Wait, yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do like half a day travel until it gets dark and then rest?
Well, no, we did. No, we moved to here.
Oh,
moved
I
4
didn't know if
spots.
we had actually moved yet. Okay.
Yeah, no, I moved this. This is
So yeah, this would be where you're going to camp for the night.
Okay.
So in that case, who is on watch?
I'll take a watch. My perception.
Yeah, I'll take third watch since I'll be up anyways.
I'll take
Okay.
first watch with Lucian.
So Lucian and Rizo on first watch. Polly's taking the last watch. Who's taking second watch?
I'll take second watch.
All right. So Rizo and Lucian, roll me perception checks, and then do any RP stuff you want to be doing during your watch. Can tell we're not in combat.
Yep. God damn it. Why does this game hate me so?
I thought they were joking a little bit about that, but I'm beginning to realize that that's very, very true.
It is. It's so
It is very
bad.
true. It is not a joke.
In both games too. It's not even fair.
This isn't a game. This is real life. All right, we don't play.
This is reality.
Okay, so
Lucian,
over
are
the
you,
course
are you
of your
nearsighted?
What?
Are you nearsighted?
Why?
Just you have a -1.
Yes, very so.
Okay.
I also have a level exhaustion, okay?
Oh yeah, that too.
Okay, 1 second while I figure this thing out. There we go. A 22 and a 16. Okay, so over the course of the evening, you hear 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're pretty far away. You hear some more wolf howls that you did not hear on your way from the tower to Krezk. You remember it being definitely bereft of wolf noises. You do hear some wolf noises, and with that good of a roll, you're going to be able to tell it's almost like they're definitely communicating, like they're trying to herd something to the north.
Oh shit.
Like a group of
Do
adventurers.
we hear them like down here, up here?
No, like up here.
Okay.
I hear them somewhere to the north-ish of you.
And there sounds like they're moving away from us.
They are moving away from you, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Otherwise, your watch passes uneventfully.
Who's taking second?
Right.
I believe
Zuri.
Zuri was taking second. So Zuri, go ahead and throw out a perception check.
I will warn Zuri about the wolves, even though they're moving away from us.
I still have disadvantage because of exhaustion, right?
If you have a level of exhaustion, then yeah, you roll at disadvantage.
Our life rests in your hands, Zuri.
Not terrible.
15.
Bad.
Okay, 15. Zuri, you will hear some very distant howls, like they have now gotten pretty far away from you. It's tough for you to tell exactly what direction they're coming from, other than north of you. But you do still hear them kind of disappearing into the distance.
I guess it seems like it's a similar. I guess it's kind of hard to tell from where we're at, right?
Yeah, I mean, snow tends to absorb sound pretty well. There's not a lot of snow yet, but it definitely makes it harder to tell directions of sound and distances of sound.
Okay. And I think during Zuri's watch, he's just going to be just like having an internal struggle with himself of these people I'm traveling with. They seem to say he's all bad, but then Escher says, he's not that bad. So he's kind of having this internal struggle with himself and trying to figure out what is what.
Okay.
And then I'm going to wake up Polly and
Wally.
yeah, tell her about the wolves.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Now,
Polly.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
I am not exhausted, right?
I don't. No, yeah, you would have gotten the benefits of a long rest. So yeah, if you had a level of exhaustion, it is now gone.
Okay. That's what I thought. All right.
So throw out a perception check, and then also, Polly, you're pretty familiar with the area, like of Barovia in general. The fact that you haven't seen any ravens is weird to you.
There you go.
Okay. That's funny because I was actually gonna ask. I said, do I see any ravens or other birds?
You do not. With a
Do
25.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes. Do I see any woodland creatures around by chance?
You do. You see small little woodland creatures periodically, and then as your watch comes to an end, it is going to start to get light, and in that kind of dawn light, you can see a lot better. And so, yeah, I mean, you see squirrels and what have you, small animals, maybe the occasional deer running through the woods, and it wouldn't look unusual to you because you're from Barovia, but like animals in general just look kind of sinister here. Like that's just kind of how they are.
Okay.
Um,
Before everybody wakes up, can I do something?
you absolutely can.
Cool. And I do have it prepared, so can I take 10 minutes during my watch and can I ritually cast Speak with Animals?
Yes.
Cool. And then I'll just find, preferably something like you said, like maybe one of the deer, if there's no birds around, like maybe something like a deer or something that's a little bit bigger that can travel a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
And then can I ask it, one, why are there where have the ravens gone? There's usually ravens. Have you seen a decrease in ravens lately? Anything you can tell me?
So first, I want you to roll me an animal handling check.
Sure. Speak of Animals is not concentration, so I'm gonna use guidance as well on me.
What's repeat? I see. Are you watching Pokemon?
Okay, with a 16, the deer kind of spooks a little bit, but it does kind of calm down when you start talking to it.
Yeah.
And
Where are your pencils?
all right, what does a deer sound like?
That would have been
with a
a
20. Okay, yeah. So with a 20, then yeah, the deer remains calm in your presence the whole time. So the deer kind of comes up, and if you are like reaching a hand out for it, it'll kind of nuzzle into your hand. And let's see. You asked it where the ravens have gone.
Yes.
So the deer would tell you. God, I have no idea what a deer would sound like. All right, so the deer says they go to the winery where the wine comes from. They hide there.
Okay. Could you carry a message to the winery for me?
Like in my mouth?
Yes. Or around? Can I tie something around your neck and can you deliver it to the winery?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then I'll pull out whatever scrap or whatever I have, and I'll just write just a quick message. We're okay. Got displaced for 3 months. I'm and the party am alive. What has happened? Going to find wolves to the north. Send Raven with reply. Hope all is well. Love, Polly. And I'll tie it, or just attach it to him with like a something like rip off my cloak or something, and I'll just attach it to this deer's neck and ask him if he will take this to the winery, to the Morkoffs.
He says, "As fast as my little legs can carry me," and he bounds off into the snow and is immediately tackled by a dead dire wolf, which rips its head off. No, I'm kidding. It runs off.
Aww.
Is immediately shot by Strahd himself.
It turns into Strahd.
Yeah, and I'll tell him to avoid going to the north because we heard wolves. Avoid the north. Tell your friends.
Okay.
Running off.
Yeah, he bounds off into the woods.
Cool. All right. Then I'll just I'll watch and see what else I can find on my watch.
Your watch otherwise passes pretty uneventfully. You guys got very lucky on your encounter rolls. And yeah, so you guys are now at the beginning of the day. It snowed a bit overnight, so there's a little bit more snow sticking to the ground, but it's still just a few inches. Like, it's not enough to really impede your travel more than going off-road.
Oh god, the snow! It comes up to my ankles.
Hmm.
Borden is completely covered.
Oh.
I'm
The,
such a
the
tiny
entire
dwarf.
night, it snowed directly on Borden, nowhere else.
Where Borden once was, now is a pile of snow.
And then you see Strahd in the woods, and he says, "Take that, you little shit."
You little shit! I know you have daylight. Fuck you.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Keep moving on.
Yeah,
Yep,
start
keep
heading.
moving on, moving up.
Yeah, try
Okay,
and
moving on up.
stay
And I'll let you
close
move.
to the
Yep.
close
Did
to
you
the
want
lake.
me to detect magic still?
Yeah, just to make sure there's nothing on these cloaks.
Okay,
Mhm.
sure. I will use one of my very few slots of healing to instead cast detect magic.
You could ritual
Yeah.
cast it if you have
I
fair.
mean, yeah,
I could. That's true.
yeah.
But I like making the party suffer. So,
I'm not here to tell you how to live your life.
so
Just,
I will take 11 minutes in ritual cast. That I don't even know what. Oh yeah, it's a magic. All right. Yep.
okay. You cast detect magic. The cloaks appear to be mundane cloaks. They are
Okay.
non-magical.
There's no
Whatever
enchant-
magic items you guys already know about that you have, those would light up, but that's it.
Does anybody have any secret magic items?
No.
No,
Okay.
Nope.
In that case, we're all good.
none that you can see anyway. All right. Are you, now that you're off-roading into the woods, and you're trying to track these wolves, somebody needs to make survival checks to see how well you do that.
Can I as we like start off, can I wild shape? I'm gonna wild shape into a can I wild shape into a wolf?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Okay, and I can stay in my wild shape for up to 3 hours, so can I like help get us on the right path for at least 3 hours here to start off?
Yeah, so wolves have advantage on perception checks based on smell, right?
Smell and hearing. Yep, has advantage
Smell and
on checks. Oh, there. Yep, rely on smell and hearing.
Real quick, would you say this is
Okay.
forest area?
Yes.
So wouldn't Carly's natural explorer forest after an hour kick in and we wouldn't suffer the effects of difficult terrain?
I
And she
suppose
also
it
has
would.
She also has advantage on
Well,
or not advantage. Sorry, it's a +4 question mark.
she's got a 5 in survival.
Well, no, she gets an extra. She gets an added proficiency bonus, like doubled, or some shit. Like if you're able to go into her character sheet
Your
and do
proficiency
the
She can.
go to the beyond 20 and then enable
expert.
her.
Yeah, I
No,
don't.
yeah, it'll say her ranger natural terrain or something like that.
Yeah, I don't have full access to her sheet, so.
Oh,
But
shit.
yeah, it is. You have a favorite terrain. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for the proficiency skill, while it's an intelligence or wisdom check relating to it. Yeah, but I mean that's after an hour of travel. But
Yeah, no, I would.
Okay.
The ranger should probably be searching,
Mhm.
or at least helping.
Yeah, can does that kind of combination between Carly and I get us
So
Tell us
what
what-
Carly's doing is a survival check, and what you're doing is a perception check. So they are two different things.
Okay.
Mm.
So, but I will let both of you roll with advantage since this
That
is
should-
her preferred terrain and you have your keen hearing and smell.
That should actually be more than that.
27.
Yeah.
All right, you can roll again if you really want to, or we can just keep the 27.
Damn, they both were pretty good.
And then Polly, yeah, and roll with advantage just in case you do better, even though that's about as good as you're gonna do.
Well, 1 on that second one.
Oh.
Take that first one
Okay.
from you.
So, as you guys are making your way through the forest here, looking for whatever sort of tracks or what have you can find to find the wolves, you come across tracks, not wolf tracks, human tracks.
Hmm.
They are also leading to the north.
Does it just look like one set, or is it a group? Any type of
With
struggle?
that good of survival and perception, you can tell that this is a group of 5 individuals.
And we heard the wolves herding something to the north last night.
But you
Polly
see
doesn't
no
say
wolf
anything.
tracks around the tracks of the humanoid tracks.
Does it look like wolf tracks convert into human tracks?
Ooh, nice.
No, what you're going to notice is that the tracks are leading up to the north, but they are coming from the west.
Mhm.
So they are coming from towards Krezk.
Hmm.
Like they've come through the forest and are now veering to the north.
I don't necessarily think that stops us.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just keep, something else to keep an eye out for. And we didn't
Yeah,
tell Escher where we're going,
Mm-mm.
so it's not like he should really be hunting us down. Yeah, I say continue on and just keep an eye out for a group of 5.
Yeah.
Are you going to follow?
May
Are
turn
you
into
going
a
to follow
rescue.
this? I'm sorry, I walked on you. What was that?
Oh, no, sorry. It may turn into a rescue mission if these 5 wandered into the area or if they're actively
True.
going to the wolves. So that's interesting.
Okay. Are you guys going to follow the tracks, or are you going to follow like the shoreline, or what is your intended path here?
We probably follow the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
You guys continue to follow the tracks. So go ahead and move a couple spaces to the north. And since you're not hindered by difficult terrain, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's going to be about as far as you can get in the day. So as you guys follow
I think
these
we've only moved
tracks,
3.
oh yeah, so I guess you could move one more.
Are we going
As
up?
you guys follow the tracks, yeah, that would be the direction that they lead.
This way?
Yeah. As you guys follow the tracks and the day is starting to come to an end and you're starting to think about making camp, you notice as you kind of break through the tree line and now you're more into the foothills, you notice the light of a small fire not far from you up ahead.
Like how far?
Like a few hundred feet. Like you
Okay.
could, far enough away that if anybody's around the fire, they wouldn't see you. And like you can't see if there's anyone sitting at the fire, but you can see the fire as it starts to get a little bit dark.
I mean, do we
I
hear
can say
anything,
so.
or
Make me a perception check.
Bob.
25?
Nice.
You hear the voices of several men talking around the fire. You're far enough away that I'm going to say you can't make out exactly what they're saying, but you can tell that there is a group of men talking at this fire.
So
You do not hear any women's voices.
What time of day is it?
Almost night. Like the sky is just starting to get dark.
Then I told the group, if you want, I can pretty much become invisible
Yeah, that's
and go stealth up there, and I can put my cloak of bats on, thinking there's just bats nearby.
Okay, you gonna go up and check it out?
Yeah. So I
He
really- I
doesn't.
think-
He doesn't know it, but I'm with him.
How do I not know? Oh yeah, I do not know that.
Yeah,
You really suck at
Because you have
combat.
a
You
negative
really
perception
do.
and you roll 29.
Rizo fades from existence, and you all are not even sure if you ever had a rogue in the party.
Zuri starts talking about like, where the fuck did Ryza go? There you go.
Also,
Oh shit! Oh no! Still
You
not
guys
good enough,
both-
but
So neither of you know the other is there as you make your way up towards this fire. So make me perception checks as you get closer here.
how did you get advantage on stealth?
Because he's missed.
1, I am pretty much going invisible, and 2, I use cloak of bats.
You have cloak of bats. When did you get that?
It's called cloak of flies, but it's called be changed to cloak of bats.
Oh,
Ooh.
Okay, Rizo. Still having
Just
some
so
trouble
much for
listening.
himself.
yep.
Rizo's too busy
I'm
looking
so
for Lucian.
enthused. I'm so
Yes.
enthused that I'm
Yes.
sneaky. I'm like, there's no way I can't see him. What's happening?
Lucian,
Suspicious.
though, you as you get close, you can see there's a group of 5 men sitting around this campfire. All appear to be around middle age, and what you overhear is one of them saying, "These two must should stay back in the trees where we could hide."
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
but
breaking up.
Yeah, you're gone.
You went robot.
How about now? Is that better?
No.
No.
Mm.
Okay, how about now?
Keep
A
talking.
little bit.
Is that better, worse, the
Yeah,
same?
yeah, that's better.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
Yep.
That is much better.
Okay. Okay. So as you get close, you can see this group of men around the fire. They all appear to be around middle age. And 2 of them are arguing. One of them saying, "We're too close at this point. We should have stayed back in the trees where we could hide. I can't believe we would risk a fire out here." And the other one saying, "The wolves fear the fire." And the other one will say, "Not the wolves that are also men, you idiot."
Ooh.
And if neither of you are going to do anything, then one of the other ones is going to say, "Hey, we are here for the children. Once we get them, everything will be fine. We'll get them back to Krezk, and everything's going to be okay." Yeah, not if we're all
Fireball.
dead.
We already know that the wolves been taking children from the past conversation, right?
Yes, you know that the wolves have taken children before.
I'm going to pretty much like pop out right in front of them and go, surprise!
And they'll go, "Ah!" And they'll all kind
Eh.
of grab their spears.
Hold on. Since we're here for the children too, would you chill out?
They see your face and then say, "You'll not take our children, monster!"
No, you
I'll
dumb
step
wit.
out. Hold on. I'll step out too. He's
And I
telling the
ju-
truth.
and I do
yeah.
a pop jump. And I do like
No.
a fright jump. Says, where the fuck did you come from?
The whole time.
Okay.
As they were screaming, Zuri would have moved up, try to close the distance some.
Yep, same.
A tiny little
Okay.
dwarf comes running in with a battle axe. Ah!
So these 5 people have spears that they are kind of pointing over at Lucian and Rizo. They are suspicious, but they're not attacking.
Yep.
I say, "Where did you come from?"
The shadows. It's kind of my thing.
That is not
"Oh,
right.
I see we've got a smartass on our hands."
A little bit. That's kind of a tough question, to be honest. But we're here
Well,
to help.
fine. Then what? To help? What are you? What are you helping with?
We're
They're all
coming.
they're very suspicious of you.
Did I hear any? I don't think I heard any of the conversation about them
Yeah,
not being.
you nat one to your conversation
Yeah.
or you're listening.
So I don't know anything about them helping the children too. Or what I've heard Lucian say, we're here to help the children too.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
correct.
once that all happened, then yeah, you would have heard Lucian for sure.
Okay. I'll just be like, uh, we're up here to clear out some caves and apparently rescue some children. I didn't know there was children in these caves, but
It just came a few days ago and did a raid on Krezk and took several children to expand their pack, no doubt.
Hmm.
well, we're here to kill the pact, so
They'll kind of lower their spears a little bit and say, "Well, then you can't be all bad, I guess. Even though that one looks a bit like a monster."
yeah.
Do they look like they're
You just wait. to see
Mardikovs?
what monster I become.
You do
Or-
not recognize any of these people.
Totally lost train of thought. um, so you're tracking these wolves down too?
Yes, we must bring our children back.
How many children are gone?
Oh, did we lose Polly?
Nope. Well,
there-
yeah,
there she
yeah.
is.
My foundry all of a sudden just went black. So, yep. Sorry, I'm working on that.
Ah, okay.
There we go.
Zuri, I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said, well, how many kids are missing? Is it just one or two, or is it 6, 7, 10?
7 children were taken in the last raid.
Well, we can't
You know
have
how
that.
hard it is for children to survive in this climate?
I can only imagine pretty hard.
It is very hard, yes. My accent is all over the place.
I can tell. Where are you from?
Don't even worry about it.
You mentioned you were from Krezk, huh?
Yes.
What's going on there? We haven't made it there yet.
Well, outsiders are not allowed in at the moment.
I mean, that's the stories that we're hearing, that they don't let anybody come in unless you're part of Krezk. So, other than children being stolen,
It is the abbot. The abbot has been doing something up at the abbey, and he's decreed that no outsiders be allowed in until he allows it.
is
The
anybody?
abbot is very powerful.
Did this start happening recently, or in the last 3 months?
One of them will kind of look. They'll all kind of exchange a look, and say, "Well, no one has actually seen the abbot in some time, but his oh fuck, I lost the word. Proxy, I guess.
Maybe I could see it.
His guy that sends messages for him tells us what he says. I guess that would be a proxy.
Yeah.
Look, it doesn't matter. Night is falling. We must either make camp or do something here, but traveling at night is very dangerous.
Yes,
Agreed.
we found that out all too well. But yeah, we saw your fire, and we just wanted to make sure that we weren't going to get ambushed or attacked while we slept.
It is at this point. Oh,
You
did
get
I not?
ambushed.
Hold on,
Well,
hold
yeah,
on.
they did have a fire up, so I thought it wasn't the smartest move.
You know,
Okay,
it was hard.
so
It was hard for me not to pick the dialogue that I was going to go with.
what were you gonna go with?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the old Zuri special.
Something is happening here. Like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Wolves are howling, children are being stolen. Ah, yeah, we know things are happening.
Yeah.
My foundry is acting up. So hold on, let me try reloading here.
Yeah, mine
I
just
was trying to
randomly
move.
kicked me off too. I need to reload it.
This happened last week too.
Mm-hmm.
Did.
Is Sunday their boot time or their maintenance time?
I don't know, but something ain't right here. God, I do not want a theater of the mind this, but if we have to, we have to. A wolf, a singular wolf howl, loud and long.
Very close by.
Yeah, like probably within like a half mile.
Mm. Okay. I'm just gonna tell him to put the fire out, put the fire out, cover the fire up, and get everybody circle up here.
Circle the wagons.
Yep. So can we help them douse that fire, and then I'll just get ready to see what we can see through the trees here.
Okay, yeah, you are definitely able to douse the fire. Everybody sort of takes up a defensive stance in a circle, unless anybody wants to do something different.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds good.
Hold on. Oh. Well, I try to hide, but I rolled a 13.
That's because we're about to start combat.
Exactly. Son of a bitch game.
Well, my shit is still not loading, so that's pretty great. Cannot for the life of me figure it out. Like, internet's working fine.
Are you on your desktop?
No, my desktop's actually down right now, so I am laptopping it.
Damn.
This is annoying. It's doing the exact same thing too, where it's like it let me into the the fucking sign-in screen, and then now once I click enter the game, now it's just giving me the gray screen of death here. So pretty not stoked. Oh wait!
Ooh.
We got movement.
Aha! Okay, now will it load the thing I need? Yes, it will. All right, I know there's no snow on this map, but
Nope, I can't. Can't do it.
Well, that's
Nope.
What are we gonna do about that?
This is gross.
you'll just have to bear with me. Let's see, your 5 NPCs are just going to be 5 of these guys right now because reasons. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, do we see a heavy
4.
fog like we did the first time we saw this?
You've never seen this map before. Stop it. Okay. So, in the darkness, you hear the wolves getting a bit closer, or the one wolf getting a bit closer. And I am going to need
Where do we hear them
everyone.
coming from?
You heard the wolf howl to the north, and now you are hearing another one from the west.
Okay. I'm like attempting to hide behind that tree with a 13.
Okay. And the fire was right here. Did we lose Borden completely? Yeah, he's not in here.
Yeah.
Let me send him a message real quick. Might be something with his kid, so. Lucian, are you where you want to be?
Yeah, I got a bad feeling. I just have that gut feeling. I'm gonna stay stealthed and hidden with my cloak of bats, and I'm going to be in this tree.
Okay, in that case, I will need another stealth check from you.
22.
Okay.
I need this damn cloak.
And Rizo, you said you had a 13?
Yeah.
Is this
need
another bush or is this
I can see
a
you this
rock?
time, motherfucker.
Yeah. Just wait till I get my
That
elven
is a
flying cloak.
bush.
Okay. Yeah, still kind of come out here. And can you, when you get a second, can you reset Carly's stats?
Oh, do you not
Yeah. On her.
have permissions for her?
I can move her token,
Or
but for her D&D Beyond, I don't have control of. I mean, I can still
oh,
like
what is,
I can still roll things, but I can't like. I don't,
what do you need me to change?
well, she would have taken a long rest and got rid of her exhaustion, and all like she would have got her spell slots back.
Okay, I'll take care of that real quick. Campaign.
Not that I really plan on casting anything, but
You never
Just
know.
in case.
well.
You might need to cast some healing magic since, you know,
Warden's gone.
he has not responded to my message, so. So I guess I'll just run him in the background for now. Go back up to there. Zuri, are you where you want to be?
Yeah, you said they're coming from the north and the west.
That you know of?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, let me try to get here and try to get at least half cover if I can.
Okay. And then I'm going to need perception checks from everybody. This one needs to be an active check.
Do you want everybody?
Yeah, everybody.
There it goes. Oof.
Not too bad for
Good
a negative
lord.
1.
TM. That sucks.
Hey, how come my rolls aren't going through? There they are. They just took a second. Oh, wow, they did bad. Okay. So in that case, Polly, you're the only one that doesn't see them come up.
That's
Oh.
that makes sense. I'm taking up a defensive position with these guys behind me, and I'm too worried about that to see anything. Or I'm just
So
not.
coming from the north. Boop, boop, and then coming from the west. Boop, boop. You see several wolves padding their way slowly towards you. And since you see them, we are going to. Hey,
Hey, hi.
fucking do it. Okay, it's just going real slow. All right. So everybody, roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Told you. I knew there was something fishy coming on. Wow, I rocked this initiative.
Hey, you did.
Oh,
Ooh, Carly. Damn. Fucking beat me.
Oh, did mine go through? Yeah. Oh God. I
Thought
shocked
for
her.
sure I was gonna go first.
Oh, and I even kept mine too.
Okay. So, oh, and then I need to roll for Borden. Collections. Where's Borden? There he is. Borden Iron Brew. This out of here. And initiative for Borden. Okay. And wow, they did pretty bad on their initiative.
Thank God.
I really need him to do really bad on their perception.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they had to make perception checks to see why. Okay, there it goes. For a second, he was just gonna stay invisible. Oh, the nat 20 perception check.
All right, that
You
answers
are-
that question.
They all look directly at you.
I feel like I'm making eye contact.
Okay.
I don't like this.
In that case, Carly is up first.
Wow, and they are well out of her range, right?
Oh my gosh.
Shouldn't. Maybe.
Let's see. Hold up. Trying to learn.
90 feet.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, she is. Oh balls. Yeah, there's no way I can get up closer. Yeah, if she sees them, she's going to take a step out here, and then just fire 2 shots at this guy, and it's going to be a disadvantage, right? Because of the distance.
Yeah, if it's over 30. Which guy?
This guy. Why is that?
Okay, yeah, I see him.
Yeah.
The top right.
Yes. Is. Can I do this on her sheet?
You should be able to roll.
There you go. 22.
So I gotta roll that again. Ooh.
Ooh. Ouch.
Ooh, there you go.
Hey, that one hits though.
Hey.
So that would be 9 damage to him.
Doesn't she get a special thing for going first? She gets to attack again.
Yeah, she gets.
Yeah, she's
her
a
third turn.
Gloomstalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna send 2 more. Oh, I could have used. That wouldn't have mattered. Damn.
Oh yeah. She's
Nice.
rolling good today.
And then for
Okay.
bonus action, she's gonna let off another one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then kind of tuck back over here. Yep.
Hey, sorry, real fast before Rizo goes. It doesn't look like it put me in the initiative lineup.
Oh, did it not? Did you click your
No.
token before?
Yeah, it comes up on the little game log, like right here on the side. I'm there, but not in the.
I will get you in the turn order here. What did you have?
7.
Holly.
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't go through.
Yeah, no, that's not what we want. Get out of here. Holly, update combatant. Initiative value 7.
All right, thank
There you are.
Sorry.
All right, no worries. Rizo, you are up.
Okay. Do these look like the werewolves, or do they look like just normal ass wolves?
You noticed that was Carly using
Just regular bolts?
silver
No.
bolts or regular bolts?
Just regular bolts.
Okay, you noticed that the bolts are damaging them.
As it normally should, so not werewolf.
If they're werewolves, a regular bolt wouldn't even hurt them.
That's fair. I will.
You're familiar with them enough at this point that you would recognize that.
Gotcha. I will bonus action hide.
Okay.
Fucking combat.
I mean, that's not even going to beat their passive, so
Fucking combat.
they all kind of look at each other and look back at you. And wolves can't really talk, but you can tell they're just like, "What are you doing?"
Sure. Shut up.
I don't want to talk about it.
I will hold my. Actually, I'll take a step back. And I will hold my attacks until they get in reach.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
All right. In that case, it is Zuri's turn.
Yeah, Zuri's not gonna take chances. He's gonna instantly use the giant's might and grow large.
Token appearance.
Giant's might. And
Giant's might. You are now large.
yeah, so that one took damage. I thought.
Oh, that's weird. No, it hasn't taken
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, since he's
What? Does it say that for all of them?
no, this one says
That's
barely
fucking
injured and
weird.
well.
No, that one. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. I'll put his health back.
Yeah, so this first one, he is going to take a sharpshooter shot at that guy over there.
Okay.
And fire. No, I doubt that's going to hit with a 6.
6 is not going to do it.
He is just going to regular this time. Ooh, 13.
13 is also not going to do it.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah, yep, that's good for right now.
Okay. Bounding up to Carly and Rizo. Oh, actually, you can't quite make it.
Oof.
So he is going to come here. And then he's going to growl at you. Go. That is going to take us to Borden. And Borden is going to do what? Give me your actions. Borden's going to bang his axe on his shield. He is going to run up to said wolf and take a shot. Oh yeah, that's going to hit. So Borden does... Ooh, a whopping 3 damage to this wolf. Oh, fuck. You know what? For some reason, those two
Are linked.
Those two tokens are linked because now that I put that guy's health back, that guy's health is now full. So let's delete that one, and we'll put a new one out.
What did Borden roll that it hit?
A 23.
Damn, that doesn't give me any information.
No.
15 to 23 right now.
Minus 3. Okay. Oh, nope, never mind. I'm an idiot. This is not the one that Carly was attacking. I was like, why is the health all wrong? So, that's because I'm really. Oh, now you have lost connection to the server. You fucking piece of shit. Okay, there we go. All right, we got it back. We got it back. Everything's fine. Don't panic. It's still saying that 65 minus 3 is 45, which I don't quite understand.
That's not good. That's not good math.
That's just bad math.
That's
All right.
bad math.
Okay, he does not get multi-attack, right?
No. Borden or the wolf?
No, he does. The Borden. The Borden.
Reward.
Okay.
Do any
So that's
clerics get
Borden.
multi-attack?
I don't think so. I think they're all singles. That will bring us to Polly.
Yep. I'm just going to yeah, they're all within range of mine. So I'm just going to shoot a chill touch at this guy.
Okay.
Did he eliminate or did he light up?
Yep, that targeted him.
Cool. Yep. So we'll just do a chill touch. Oops. Actually helps if I click roll. Man, it is taking a long time to actually roll. Did it go?
Yeah, I wonder if now Sunday afternoons are just like they have super heavy traffic. A 10 is not going to do it.
10 is not gonna do it. That's okay.
Nope.
Borden, stop that wolf from coming at me. I'm sad.
Alrighty. Yeah, that is all Polly's gonna do, and I might as well just. I'm gonna take just a couple of feet. Oops. Helps if I actually click my first. I'm just gonna.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay, is it gonna work now? It's saying I can't move myself.
That's
Oh, there
weird.
we go. Okay. There we go. I'm just gonna move
You
like
should
5
definitely
feet.
be able to move.
Yep, there I did. Yep,
What's-
that's
Okay.
all I'm gonna do.
What's going on?
Okay.
Yeah, my computer is it just me?
No,
I
like,
think it's Foundry.
yeah. The
It's freaking out a little bit.
active participant is showing, like, in here.
Yeah. I am hopeful that.
There it goes.
Okay. So then that will bring us to Lucian.
Oof, that was weird.
So, which ones are that one's injured, right? Port Borden.
The one in front of Borden is injured, and the one all the way to the north is also a little bit injured.
What to do? I'm going to cast. Fuck it, I'll do it. On those two at the very end, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Shatter.
Ooh.
There you go.
Can you get both of them with Shatter?
I can.
Okay. What kind of a save is that? A con
is-
save, I think?
Yeah, it is. Sorry, let me see here. A 10-foot radius sphere. Or are they not 10 feet, or is this map wonky?
10
Because that
feet.
says 20. Yeah, I can hit them both.
So 10-foot radius sphere.
They're on the very edge.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be able to get both of them.
Okay. Yes, it's a con save.
All right, we'll do the top one first. 12 and another 12.
What to fail? You take all 19 thunder damage.
Ooh, 19 thunder damage. So minus 19. All right, well, now I'm not sure if I trust the math. Hold on. Okay, did the math right that time.
And then I'm going to move. Bonus action. I'm going to go to the. Did they see me? Because I'm still stealth here.
You are still stealth, so
Would they still see
if
me
you
seeing the shatter come from, or no?
I think it's normally yes if you're attacking from the
yeah
shadows, unless you have an ability that allows you to stay hidden.
Yeah, something like a
Yeah.
subtle spell or
yeah
Yeah, or greater invisibility.
Okay, then I'm going to move. How far can I move? 35 feet.
they nat 20 their perception checks again, so you know it didn't matter either way.
Damn it! Stop it!
Yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move to this tree there.
But instead of looking at Lucian, they still look at Rizo.
Oh,
I'm in that tree.
porque?
There you go. Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Okay. It's Wolfie's turn. He can only get to there. Fuck it. He's going to dash. He's going to dash right up to Zuri. And that's going to be a bad idea. But anyway, next one. This one, I believe he can get to, yep. He can get up to Borden and take advantage of pack tactics. He's going to try and bite Borden. Ooh, a 22. I think that might actually hit him. It does. Holy shit. I never hit Borden. So that is going to be 17 damage to Borden. 17 piercing damage. And then Borden has to make a strength save. Oh, Borden fails. Borden is prone.
Oh, shit.
I'm about to fuck Borden up and he's not even here.
That's what it gets.
All right, it's going to take another bite at Borden, but only roll a 15, so that's not going to happen. This guy is going to also dash up to Zuri. But since he's so far away, that is as far as he's going to get. Don't you do this to me, Foundry. It's fucking up again.
Damn it.
We do not have this problem in the Monday game.
no.
Yeah, not at all.
All the same shit. Okay, so that's him. So that'll bring us back to the top of the round and Carly.
Yeah, Carly sees the one that she actually hit a few times, and she's going to take a couple more shots at him.
Okay.
First one, 11. No. Second one,
No.
no. 11
11.
again. Let me hit the other one that says hand crossbow for a bonus action. 14. Still doesn't hit.
14 does hit.
Oh,
Oh, so yeah, they're wolves. I don't really have the biggest AC.
I thought 14 didn't hit last time, but
No. Nobody's rolled a 14 yet.
okay. All right. So 5 points. To it was this one, by the way.
All the way to the right, right?
Correct. And they're too close, and we don't want to bunch up, so she's gonna try to step back a little bit.
All right. So, seeing Borden being pinned to the ground, you know what? We haven't got to take a rest yet, so I will bonus action now. Apparently, floof my bony wings,
Okay.
and I will charge at this one. I'm assuming this is the one that's on top of him, right?
Yes. Before you do anything, when you pop your wings out, you do notice a single solitary white feather on one of them. And after you get full extension, it falls off and drifts to the ground.
Single tear rolls down his face. Then he will actually take half of his movement to pick up said feather
Oh, okay.
and pocket that before he rushes up. And let's see if he's too distracted to actually fight. Hold on a second.
Uh,
Pushes through. I was rolling a save for myself to see if I
Oh,
was.
okay. I was like that.
No, I was rolling a save to
I
see
was
if he
like,
skipped his turn because he's dumbfounded that there was an actual feather on his wing.
all right, yeah, that's fine.
And
I was like, that is not an attack roll.
And I don't. Does he get sneak attack if he's on the ground?
As long as he's not incapacitated,
Okay,
he can still strike from the ground.
that's fair. Oh,
15
Okay.
hits. Or 21 damage.
I would take the 6 healing, but I'm full health
For now.
for now. Oh, wait. Plus 6 more for the wings. He takes,
an additional 6 for the wings.
it takes an additional 6 necrotic for the wings.
Okay, he doesn't like that.
And that was movement bonus action, and that's it.
Okay, that will bring us to Zuri.
Since wolves came charging up on him, and I remembered I have crossbow expert. I'm going to shoot at this one, sharpshooter.
Which one? Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah, the bottom one.
Yep.
Ooh, there we go.
Well, that's gonna fucking do it.
Nice.
Oh, that didn't-
Oddly enough, that hits.
why didn't? Oh, fuck! It didn't add my other things, but that's fine. So, I'll just go this way.
I would
Here.
imagine it did crossbow expert.
Well, it didn't roll the dice for me, so that is okay.
Oh,
It
you
did Giant's Might too, yeah. So
You gotta roll damage.
it did.
Oh,
So it's 10 plus. Oh, why didn't it do? What the hell happened?
Well, it'll be 10 plus 12, right?
12, yeah, plus another 10, so it's 22.
So 22 damage.
yeah, 22. You're right.
Okay. And he's gonna fire again, sharpshooter.
Same one?
Yep, same one.
Okay.
12.
12 is not going to do it.
Bonus action, he's going to regular shoot this time.
Okay.
19 hits.
That's gonna do it.
For another 5. He's gonna action surge and then send another
Ooh.
bolt over to that same one. Regular bolt.
Okay.
22 hits for 4 more damage. So gonna send another bolt over there. 12. I don't think that hits.
12 is not gonna do it. Nope.
Near death. Yeah, he's gonna hold fast there since they're. Fuck. Do I want to move? Pack tactics. Yeah, fuck. I'll stay there.
Okay. This one, seeing that his buddy has boarded and pinned to the ground, is going to try and pin Rizo to the ground.
You probably do it. My strength is the worst.
Oh, I still need the roll to go through that. Oh no!
Stop.
That's a nat 20.
All right. Well, so I'm going to use my cloud ruin and divert
Oh,
that
there it
natural
is.
20 to the other guy who's badly injured.
Okay. So remind me how that works.
Anything that can see within 30 feet, I can redirect that to another creature within 30 feet of me.
Okay, so his attack falls on the other one.
Right.
Okay. Rizo, you lucky son
I
of a
know.
bitch.
Sir, as much as I complain about you, God, you're sexy in a fight.
So that is gonna be.
I mean, I was going to try the stone one, but that made up my decision, so.
Right?
That is going to be 31 piercing damage to
Holy
the
shit!
other.
That would almost
Ow.
one-shot me.
Ouch.
which
40
does
1
kill
HP.
it.
45 HP. Almost
One-
getting down.
You see the glow of Zuri's crossbow as it's trying to swipe at him, and maybe that's what distracts him, and he swings hard and hits his buddy over there.
So it's going to look extremely confused, and now it's going to try again, but this time without advantage because his buddy's dead.
Yes.
Would you believe it if I said he nat 20'd again?
I don't know if I would.
You would be correct because he definitely did not.
Okay.
That is a 7. That is a 7 to hit your armor class.
Oh my! Shockingly, it misses.
Weird, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Not by
Borden
much,
is
but it
gonna,
does.
is going to spend half his movement to stand back up. And he's going to say, "You thought that was pretty clever, huh?" And then his axe is going to come in. That is going to hit. He is kind of shit on damage. Unless I'm missing something. I don't think so. Anyway.
No, I don't think he gets his. I don't know if he gets a added bonus to his strike, but it's usually level 8 for clerics.
Yeah, 8.
No, anyway, he did 5 damage. That will bring us to Polly.
Yep. I was gonna go over there and help them, but after seeing that all just happen, nope. They seem to be handling that fine. So I'm just gonna try and finish off the one the one here that Zuri's been trying to get.
Okay.
So I will again. Yeah, because I don't want to activate that yet. Yep, I will again shoot a cold touch his way.
Okay.
No, if that goes through here.
Not yet.
It is just really slow. Oh my god, that's like the third time I rolled.
Another 10. 10 is not going to do it.
No.
Did we get Harrison back?
I know, right? I was just thinking that.
Even is. That stinks.
He loved missing people with chill touch.
Great with sleep, but everything else was terrible.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
always rolled like maximum for sleep, but yeah, chill touch never connected. Polly, are you doing anything else with your turn?
Yeah. I was hoping to kill this thing off before I had to, but I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna take my 30 feet of movement and I'm gonna get maybe. It's gonna let me move.
Got the right tool selected?
Probably not. Yes, I'm pretty sure I do this time. Okay. There it goes. Okay. I'm gonna take my 30 feet of movement. I'm gonna get right there.
If you move there, you're going to take an opportunity attack.
From
The wolf right here. Because you
Oh.
are out. You went through his. If you follow the path that you laid out, like if you take like a step around, you can get to there without without getting an opportunity attack. You would just have to take a different route to get there.
Yeah,
if you
can I
step
do
around?
Yeah, can I do 20 feet here?
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
then,
But like when people move their tokens, I assume that's the way that they're moving.
Correct.
So,
Sorry. Yep. No,
Yep.
I'll take
No, that's fine.
I'll take 20 there and then I'll use my other 10 to get like right there. And then he is within
that's fine.
Yeah, and then he's within 10 feet of me, right? Correct. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
That's what I want to do.
Okay. And that will bring us to Lucian,
That's me.
not Rizo.
I am going to cast as a bonus action. You know what? I'm gonna do something fun. I am going to. How hurt is it? Near death. Okay, I'm about to do that. I don't need. It's only. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it twice. The one on the near death one first.
Okay.
13.
13 is not going to do it.
All right, I'll do the second one on it.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not.
Nope.
Gotta love combat rolls.
That's my turn.
Feel my
That's
pain.
all I'm
Okay.
gonna do.
In that case, Zuri.
At the start of this creature's turn, I'm going to use my reaction to surround him with to use my halo of spores.
Nice.
I am totally unfamiliar with that ability.
I just sent it because I am as well.
Okay. It has not come through yet, but
Anyway, sorry, it is very delayed on my side. But it is
there it is.
oh.
Halo spores. Constitution 14.
Vaccine.
You're surrounded by invisible necrotic spores that are harmless until you unleash them on a creature nearby. When a creature you see moves into a space within 10 feet or starts its turn.
So con of 14.
Okay, let's see how he does.
I didn't know stool made it into this game.
Right? I fucking feel like I'm in Monday's game.
That is a 22.
Okay, well. Then his fur is just covered in spores.
The wolves have been crushing the nat 20s today.
Yeah, they have.
But only on one attack. Okay, in that case, he's going to try and bite Zuri. Zuri, does an 18 hit your armor class?
18 hits, yep.
All right, that is going to be 11 piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
And since I'm big, I have advantage on that.
Okay.
Can I even take down a
12.
Ooh, yikes.
It does not specify that it has to be of a certain size. It just says a creature. So I would cap it over large, but
Yeah.
so like they couldn't bring down a huge creature, but I think a large creature is doable. Okay, Zuri, you are prone,
Mm-hmm.
and he is going to attack you again. 14.
14 misses.
Okay, this attack misses. That will bring us to, oh, he's dead. Zuri, the other one, is now going to try and bite you.
Okay.
18 to hit for 12 piercing,
12, all
and
right.
you're already prone, so you can't get more prone. Second attack. Second attack. There it is. 17
17 hits.
for 14 piercing damage.
I'm not bored, and I'm not that hard to hit.
Oh, actually, it's more than that. It is 15 piercing damage because I rolled a 1 on the other d6.
What did you say that was before? So was it one more? Or?
Yeah, so just an additional 1.
Okay.
Okay, and since we are going to the top of round 3 before Carly does anything, is it? There he is. Bursting from the other side and into your group of 5 friends.
Man, great.
Comes another combatant.
Okay, well,
Oh,
And
time
he
for
is
these
going to
strangers to get into the fight.
attack this guy. Yeah, I realized I forgot to put them in the turn order, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Well, here we go.
Right, earn your keep.
I thought you were fighting for your children.
Right, God, slackers.
Ooh, oh no, this guy's definitely fucking dead.
okay, well.
Stop killing civilians, damn it, Tom.
I didn't mean to. It
You
just happened so
monster.
fast. Then, with the rest of his movement, he's going to run into the middle of them, and he is going to claw one more for a miss, and then try and bite that guy. I said he's going to try and bite that guy. There's another nat 20, so that's, yep.
Dead.
Yeah, well.
So this guy is just wreaking havoc on your little friends.
To be fair, we didn't have their names yet, so
I mean,
it'll be fine.
Friends is a strong word.
Yeah, we'll mourn them later. We'll be fine.
Can make him visible in the turn order now. All right, Carly.
All right. So that looks familiar to one we've seen before, correct?
It does.
So she's going to pull out her silver bolts and fire. 12.
Fire, pencil, and liar.
Well, I doubt that hits.
12 is not going to hit.
11's definitely not going to hit. Yeah, it's going to bonus
Harley.
action. I keep picking the wrong one, apparently. 14.
Oh. Hold on. I just realized I had the wrong stat block up for him. I think that does hit, but let me double check here. Oh,
there's Borden.
Hey, we got Borden back.
We're all dead.
The hell? Where is this stat block? There it is. Oh, god damn it. You know, there are some things about D&D Beyond that are like super cool and intuitive, and some that are really not.
Mm.
There he is. Borden, you are in combat. Just a heads up.
Listen, we don't run into anybody.
Okay. Oh, a 14 actually does not hit. Sorry, Carly.
Yeah, she is in a bad spot. Fuck it. Yeah, she's gonna try to, shift back a little bit. Yeah, that should be good. Uh-oh. Where did everybody go?
I'm here.
I'm still here.
Oh.
Talking to my roommate.
Just got eerily quiet, so.
Yeah, no.
We were all hanging on your every word.
I'm gonna do something silly.
Shocker.
And
no, they're just
See-
wolves.
seeing my yeah, pretty much. And enjoying my
Did we
feather.
lose Borden again?
Yep.
Gordon was like, fuck this, I don't want to play no more. He's doing something stupid.
There's too many
Yeah.
wolves in your game. Get him out of here.
I will bonus action disengage
Okay.
and run over to save the civilians.
Oh.
And I will stab.
Do the stab.
What?
Yep, that's gonna hit.
That ain't right. Hold on. I gotta make sure. That actually says
Oh, wait,
26.
it was supposed to be a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And we are counting the civilians as allies, so that is going to be the full 23 damage.
Actually 29 for the extra
Ooh,
6 necrotic on
29 damage.
from my wings.
Okay. He doesn't like that.
Don't nat 20 me, I swear to God.
You shouldn't have said anything.
Unfortunately, that is all I can do because rogues only get 1 attack normally.
Okay, in that case, Zuri, you are up.
I'm just prone, not restrained or anything, correct?
That is correct.
Stand up, use my movement. She's not within 5 feet, so that's going to be the first attack is going to be sent over with sharpshooter.
Oh shoot! I didn't get close enough, did I?
Oh, good.
Ah, my bad.
20.
That is definitely going to hit.
19.
Still going to hit.
Yeah. So, good
For
damage.
15 damage.
Plus another 10, so 25. I don't know why sharpshooter's not coming up.
Well,
You've got
instead
a
of
marker
minus
in the D&D
15, I
Beyond.
just gave him 15. Oops! No! Whoa! He doesn't get 244 health back.
Damn.
Okay, so the total is 19. You said
No, 25. It doesn't add the
25.
sharpshooter for some reason.
It only does it for each shot. So if you shoot with your sharpshooter activated, you have to go back in and reactivate it for it to count for the second one.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I gotcha.
Yeah.
That is going to be enough to kill it.
Yeah, so that was 1. Yeah, so I am actually going to turn my attention over to here and I'll try to shoot at this guy with a silver bolt. Pull that one out. Giant smite. Yeah, I'm going to do sharpshooter for this as well. And I doubt that's gonna
that's
hit.
not going to do it.
Bonus action, pull out another bolt and shoot at him regularly.
Okay, silver bolt.
Fuck, I doubt that 10's gonna hit.
Oh, 10 is not going to hit.
Fuck, I wanted to heal, but too late now. I will skirt around this guy, staying in his thing, and that's my turn.
In that case, Borden is getting an attack, and Borden did stand up, so it does not have advantage. That's going to be a miss. And another miss. Damn your armor class, Borden. That means it is Borden's turn. Borden's going to swing with his axe. For a nat 20, baby.
Get it.
Okay. So
Yeah, but
that
let's
is
see what
gonna
damage it is.
be- I promise it's going to be disappointing.
Yeah, I know.
That's going to be... He crits for 13 damage.
Nice.
Oh god. Well,
I really should be using his spells, probably. Hold on. What is it? Yeah.
Can I make
I'm
a
trying to
quick-
keep his turn quick since it's not an actual player, but
Yeah, you're good.
Can I make it a quick addendum and would have stopped here instead of going one over?
yeah, that's fine.
All right.
And then Polly, you are up.
cool.
All the spores.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just dead wolf all over. Okay. Shoot, what I was gonna do, I fucked that up. Okay. Oh, he's gonna 100% probably beat this, but
You never know.
you never know until I throw it at him. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm just gonna move. If this little bitch will let me, I'm gonna move 15 feet. Yep, I'm gonna move 15 feet. Question. Is this are the wolves, are they considered humanoid?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Okay. Yep, then I'm going to cast blindness
Ooh.
Oh
at
man.
the big guy.
Ooh.
So
What kind of a save is that?
it is a con save of 14. So I'm just doing it at second level, so I'm just gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna upcast that.
Okay.
I'm gonna upcast that to third level, so I can target an additional creature, and I'll hit the big guy and this guy here.
Okay. So we'll do big guy first. What's your spell save DC?
14.
He's blinded.
Oh.
And the wolf is not blinded.
That's
The wolf
good.
has much. The big guy has such a better bonus and still rolled less than half of what the wolf got. Okay.
Oh, sorry,
So he is now
okay.
under the
Cool.
effect of blindness.
Yeah. Cool. So you'll just see a rise of these spores kind of shooting his eyes and can't kind of blind him a little bit. The spores will go off of the wolf, and then I use my 15 feet to move a little, and then I'll just go. I got to be within 10 feet of him. I'm just gonna take another couple of feet, and can I technically stand on top of this dead guy, this dead wolf here, if I do that?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Okay, cool. It's not letting
You
me.
still have the measuring tool out. You have the
I
measuring tool out.
do. Eventually, I'll learn this. Maybe
That's okay.
I will take my
We'll
10 right there, and I'll stand within range of the wolf that's not blinded.
Okay.
That's it.
In that case, that will bring us to Lucian.
So round
Yeah.
injured. I am going to cast. I think Hex on one near Zuri.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when it takes it, it's gonna take 6 necrotic damage.
It takes 6 necrotic damage now or when it gets hit?
When it gets hit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the fuck.
All right.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, that's going to hit.
Nice.
I think it takes.
For 8 plus 6 is 14.
And then I'll roll again to hit him.
That is also going to hit.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Another 8.
And the same.
Hold on. Ooh.
Is that for the hex?
I would imagine.
Whenever I hit an attack, so yes.
Wow.
And
Okay.
it's also gonna have disadvantage on wisdom checks.
All right. Disadvantage on wisdom checks.
No, dex
Checks or saves?
Dex, it saves.
Dex
Not
saves.
saves.
Okay,
It's
got it.
no, they're not saves. It's
Yeah, it's
ability
checks.
checks.
Checks,
Yeah.
ability checks.
Yeah,
Oh,
not ability
ooh.
saves. Yeah.
So pretty much
Yeah, it's-
anything other than strength or dex is kind of a waste for the most part.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, they
Okay,
really
is
need
that
to.
it for
They need to
Lucian?
change that.
Yeah.
Yeah, hexes. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's,
Okay,
it's
so
only good for the damage, nothing else.
that guy's dead. That guy's dead. This guy is going to try and attack Zuri one more time.
Okay.
Oh, 2 more times. Oh, that's a 23 to hit.
Yep. That.
Ouch.
For 13 piercing damage.
13,
And a strength save, please.
Strength save. 19.
Well, you keep your feet as he tries to pull you down. But he does have another bite incoming. Oh, 14 to hit.
No, 14 misses.
All right, that is it for him. Which will bring us to the top of the round.
Oh,
Um,
sorry. At the beginning of his turn, I'm gonna use my reaction for Halo Spores again.
On the wolf.
Yes, the one that just hit Zuri.
Okay. Remind me what kind of a save that is. It's a con save.
Con save 14.
Okay.
You can keep producing
22.
spores.
Another nat 20 for the fucking wolves.
That's fine.
Listen here,
Yes,
that's
he
like
looks at
6 in one combat round.
He looks at Polly, and even though he can't talk, he definitely says, "Get that shit out of here."
That's,
I guess it's better
That's
on
fine.
save than attacks.
Yeah, definitely.
fair.
So that will bring us to Big Guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he is actually going to, and since I had the wrong stat block up when I originally had him out, he actually has more attacks. So he would have killed more of your friends,
Naturally.
but did
Forgot-
He was
not.
being nice.
because- All right. So since he's blind,
It's advantage.
all right, he's not actually attacking you. What he's doing is grabbing you.
Mm.
So
Please-
this
please
is going to
don't.
be it's a contested athletics check, but I'm going to make him roll at disadvantage since he's blinded.
If it's a grapple check, I believe I would be able to use my acrobatics.
Yes, you can
Wow.
use athletics or acrobatics.
Yes, I will definitely go
He is
acrobatics.
rolling at disadvantage.
21.
Oh, you are so lucky that was a disadvantage.
Oh,
Yay!
thank you,
Uh,
Ollie.
So he reaches out and is not able to grab onto you. You can see his giant claw going straight for your neck, and you just sort of duck out of the way just in the nick of time. He is then going to do something. Can he do anything else? No, actually, he can't do anything else. He has no bonus actions.
Good, fuck him.
Rizo, though, since you are right up close and personal with him, you can see several of the wounds that he has start to close up.
Mhm.
As he you. Now my cat is crawling across my keyboard. Get out of here. Come here. You can sit in my lap. All right. So yeah, you see some of his wounds close up. And then he's going to try and save against the blindness, which is a con save.
Con save 14.
Taking a second to
20.
come through. On his athletics check, it was a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
That's like my 7th nat 20 of the day.
Yeah, it's kind of getting gross.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous.
I feel like Rin. I feel super powerful. And why
Man.
isn't this con save coming through? There it is. 15.
Oh,
Damn.
not blind.
So he is no longer blinded. He kind of blinks a couple times and then looks at Raizo and bares his teeth.
I bear mine. Purr.
Ooh. That means it is Carly's turn.
At
They
the
roll disadvantage for intimidation.
so at the end of his
He goes,
at the end of the wolf's turn, Zura's going to use his reaction. So can the this guy make a wisdom save? It needs to be a 14.
He is proficient in wisdom saves. Come on, come through. 18.
All right, nothing happens. Never mind. Other than
Okay.
I burn my
Good
reaction. Yeah.
All right, what's Carly got?
3 silver bolts coming in at this guy over here.
Okay.
So first one. Wow, that's a net one.
Okay,
Oh.
that is definitely not going to hit.
Second one, 24.
Oh, that does.
Bonus action, fire again.
Hold on, let me get. I'm moving a little slower since I got my cat now. 22 definitely is going to hit for another 7 piercing. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, she still doesn't want to get super close, so she's gonna. Actually, has she been? That hasn't been 30. Okay, yeah, she's gonna. Yeah, let's stay there. That's fine.
Okay. And then Matt, you've got a pretty hard leaving time, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we got a couple minutes over, that's fine. But I don't want to. Can't go a half an hour, 45 minutes over.
Yeah. This. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll be good.
All right.
Raizo, you are up.
Stab.
Damn.
Stab, stab, stab.
And I'm assuming with advantage because he is technically flanked.
Actually, oh no, yeah, because they are flanking. Yes.
Oh yeah, they're seriously flanked.
24.
Well, he's also flanked by 2 dead guys, but
I mean, yeah, that too.
let's
For
see.
19 damage.
For 19 damage. Does not like that.
Right, and then bonus action. I don't have a magical weapon I can stab him with. What do I want to do? Can I? You know what? I'm gonna be a dick. I know I just got my 1 feather, but I'm gonna be a dick. I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Mhm.
Make him come to me.
In
Yes.
a growling, guttural voice, he says, "Leaving so soon?"
I'd give him the whole little like just hold up my hand and do the little bring it on bitch.
Excellent. You do anything else with your turn?
No. I'll do the rock.
right.
Just bring it.
You smell what the rock is cooking. Zuri, you are up.
Yeah, he's gonna try to finish this guy off. Send a bolt over that direction. Regular this time. 23.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
It's just gonna roll all of my damages. Hopefully, there we go. For 15
You're targeting
points.
the one right in front of you, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
For 15 points of damage.
Does not quite kill it, but it is looking awful sad.
Turn those two off. Yeah, so gonna send another bolt at him.
Okay.
27. 5 points of damage.
That is gonna do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's gonna turn around, pull out a silver bolt, and aim at this guy. Oh, fuck, do I want to? Yeah, I'm gonna do this as sharpshooter.
Okay.
I'll use mine because nope, that doesn't work. I don't know why I keep trying. I
don't know why
fuck, I
either.
should have healed, but too late now. Yeah, let me just move here for reasons, I guess, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. That will bring us to this guy who is going to try and bring Borden down another time. He says, I did really good earlier. Ooh, I did get him. 22 is going to hit. Not a crit, though. For 16 piercing damage. And strength saving throw. Ooh, Borden is prone. Okay. That will bring us to Borden's turn. Borden is going to spend half his movement to stand up, so he's no longer prone. Oh, no, wait, sorry. It's not Borden's turn yet because that guy gets multi-attack. So he is going to take a second attack at advantage because Borden is prone and hit him again. I don't think I've ever hit Borden this much. For 17 piercing damage. Oh, Borden's almost dead, guys.
Yeah, I was watching that.
Borden has 1 hit point.
He should maybe, I know he doesn't heal, but maybe give himself his turn, but, each his own.
Okay. Borden is going to stand up, realize that he's at 1 HP.
So, question:
and he is...
these have been slashing, right?
The wolves have been dealing piercing.
Right, but he's got heavy armor master, so all of his they would have been reduced by 3 for all of them.
All right, so that's 3, 6. So that's at least 12 hit points he'd get back.
That sounds about right.
I'll give him 12 hit points.
Sorry, guys.
But he is going to dump a second level Cure Wounds into himself.
Good
Second level?
You know he doesn't like to heal. I don't want to get too over the top here with him. So
Point
that
blank
is
guiding
going to
bolt.
be 13 healing into himself. Does he have any bonus action spell?
Borden's gonna curse you when he gets back.
I know, right? How dare you use healing? Actually, he probably would have hit and then cast Healing Word as a bonus action, but I didn't do that because I am not Borden. Fuck, he does not really have any other action. He doesn't have a bonus action. Yeah, that's kind of it. All right. Well, he healed some. Polly, you're up.
Okay. I fuck. It's always rough. And I don't want to activate that yet because I think we'll be able to. Yeah, I'll be a good pseudo cleric here. I'm gonna shoot a healing word at. I'm gonna shoot a healing word at Zuri, and you're only at like 9 hits, right? So, I'm gonna go ahead and do that at. I'll do that at second level. I'm not that nice. You. Did that roll my?
Nice, but not that nice.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
It's
you're not
fine.
hurting my feelings.
Did that? I don't know if that rolled or not. There it goes.
Go.
9 healing to Zuri.
That doubles my health.
Okay.
There you go. And then, so that was a bonus action. My mind is blanking, so I can't cast another spell even if it's a cantrip, right?
No, cantrips, yes.
You could
Cantrips,
cast a cantrip as long as, or no, healing word's a bonus action. Yeah, so yeah, it has to be a cantrip.
Has to be a cantrip. Cool. Why not just keep doing what hasn't worked? So I will reach out and I will throw a chill touch. Oh, actually, yeah, because I don't want to hit those. Yeah, I'll do a chill touch at the big guy there.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. Roll.
Nothing's come up for me yet, so if you know the roll, go ahead and tell me.
No, I don't. It's there it goes. Oh, I
Oh,
swear,
another
I think D&D Beyond is stuck. I swear to God, I think D&D Beyond is stuck. That is
Oh, I love it.
that is the 4th 10 I have rolled. I went back and counted. It's
That
fine.
is amazing. That is
It's fine.
amazing, and I love it.
It's fine. I healed my friend, and now I'm here. Except knowing that Zuri is looking kind of hurt. Not kind of, really hurt. I'm gonna try and take a step up to get a little bit closer as well. So hopefully
Okay.
he goes after me instead of him.
Okay.
So yep,
Is
that's
that it for Polly?
yes. Yep.
Okay, so then Lucian, you are up.
Finally. He's injured. Far is that away from? I'm gonna put my hex on that guy over there.
The one by Borden?
Yep.
Okay, does he get to save or does it just happen?
No, this happens.
What happens?
Okay.
And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him. 22.
Oh,
5
that's gonna hit.
plus 56. Ooh. 10 damage.
Nice.
So 10 damage.
And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him again. Nope.
Okay. Oh, 11 is not gonna do it.
And that's my turn.
All right, that's gonna bring us to the top of the round. Well, first I have to cycle through the dead guys. So big guy is going to do something a little bit special here. So let's roll this. Okay. He reaches out with both hands and grabs the 2 men on either side of him, lifting them easily, one in each hand. He's then going to sink his teeth rather gently into each of their shoulders, and then, still carrying them, start running off, saying, "More for the pack."
Oh shit.
And start
Can I
running
try
off
can I
into the
try
woods.
Can I try to fire a couple Eldritch Blasts at him?
Can you do that as a reaction?
No. But
Then no.
Nope.
no, can't do that one.
Still in combat.
Yeah.
God damn it.
This is going to pull us out of combat, though,
Is it?
as
It
because
should be the last.
we are ending for the day. Oh my God, kitten! Okay.
Oh no, actually, there's still that one by Borden that's still
Yeah.
alive, isn't
Yeah.
It is also going to run, though.
it? Gotcha.
Oh, I totally
So-
want to chase the big guy.
He runs off into the woods until you can't see him anymore. And so does this guy. And that is going to bring us out of combat as they disappear, him carrying the two men with him.
Damn it. I totally could have.
The last guy left is going to say, no, we must save them.
They're dead.
Not yet.
This is awkward.
Well then, how about if we're out of combat? How far are they right now? Like, because I can move pretty fast. Because I'm thinking I'll Misty Step and get close enough. My Eldritch Blaster, I could fire him pretty far, 120 feet. Can I try to shoot the big one that's carrying the two?
He moves 50 feet per turn without dashing.
Okay, I can
So
move
I'll
35.
let you get
and
I'll
I
let
can
you get
also
one
Eldritch
off
Blast.
before I'll let you get one off before he's out of range.
Okay, so I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast. Yes. And I'm not done yet. I'm gonna use my feature to piss you off even more. I'm going to pull him towards me.
All right, and then he's going to keep running.
And then I'm gonna shoot him again because I have 2 Eldritch Blasts. So I have technically can pull him 20 feet.
You pull him 20 feet back. He's running into the woods, though. You're losing line of sight real quick.
I tried.
You did try.
It's all right. I'm sure he's running off to his home, so we can just track him next session.
He is going to totally remember that you tried.
Yeah, right. He doesn't even know who shot him.
So before we end, can Carly and I pick up our silver bolt, or at least half of it? I don't know if you need me to roll for it.
You can pick up, half of your silver bolts,
And then all the
except
regular ones?
for the ones that you hit him with, because they're still in him.
Fuck, now I gotta rewatch the video and see which ones those were. Okay. Yeah, so I think that would probably be what. Yeah, I'll rewatch it and do it that way. But I don't think I hit him at all, so I'm good.
Okay.
But I'll
Then
rewatch.
whatever ones stuck in him, he took with him.
And then what about if it's an odd number? Is that up or down?
Always round down in D&D.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Cool.
Righty.
Tom, what are you doing with your game for tonight?
I don't know, since everyone kind of failed.
Let me bailed. Like, I'm still there.